Hello and welcome. Thanks very much to everyone who liked and subscribed from the last videos, very much appreciated. Before I get into this, just a quick note, if you're wondering why the footage doesn't quite match the time of year, I'm not riding at the moment. I've recently had a double operation on my hand, so for now I'm off the bike. What you're seeing here is footage from last summer, rides I filmed while I still could get out, and in a strange way that actually quite kind of fits well with what the video is about. I want to talk about nostalgia today. I remember looking at an old photo many years ago when my mum was still alive, and I have been trying to search for the photo, but unfortunately I can't find it. It was me and my brother. We were really young and we were sitting on a low garden wall. We both got these big plastic bubble car toys, and I remember it being a nice sunny day. Except the photo's black and white, and the more I looked at it, the more I realised something uncomfortable. I'm not actually sure I remember the moment at all. I might just be remembering the photograph. And that got me thinking about nostalgia. Because nostalgia feels real. It feels warm, familiar and comforting. But how much of it is actually memory, and how much of it is something we've quietly rebuilt over time? And that's what I want to talk about today. Because nostalgia is not what it used to be. One of the strangest things about memory is that we think it works like a recording, like the brain just stores moments away somewhere and we replay them later. But it doesn't work like that at all, because memory is reconstructive. Every time you remember something, your brain rebuilds it from pieces, bits of emotion, bits of fact, bits of imagination, and bits of things you've learned after the event. And each time you remember something, you slightly change it. So the memory you're confident in today isn't the original memory. It's the latest version, if that makes sense. Emotion makes memories feel vivid, but vivid doesn't mean accurate. It just means your brain's tagged it as important. And photos don't just remind us, they anchor memories. Once you've seen a photo enough times, your brain starts to use it as a reference point. The pose and the expressions, the layout of the scene. Eventually the photo stops being something you look at and starts becoming something you remember. Black and white photos are especially powerful because they force your brain to fill in the gaps. Things like the colour, the warmth, the atmosphere. And that's probably where the nice sunny day feeling comes from in my particular instance. So there's a subtle difference between knowing something that's happened and remembering being there. Photo-based memories tend to feel frozen, kind of static and perfectly framed. Often you see yourself from the outside almost looking in, from the camera's point of view. Lived memories tend to be messier. They've got movement before and after, awkward pauses, sensations. And here's the most important bit. Most childhood memories aren't one or the other. They're actually hybrids, real experienced, reinforced and reshaped by photos and stories. So when I think about that photo with my brother, I don't think the photo created the memory. I think it probably just focused it. Most people's first real memories don't start until around age 3 or 4. Before that, the brain isn't just wired to store long-term memories. So when people say they remember being 1 or 2 years old, I suspect what they usually remember is a photo or a story that they've been told, or an emotional impression that turned into a scene later. That doesn't mean early childhood didn't matter. it mattered enormously, of course. So nostalgia compresses time. It removes boredom, it smooths uncertainty. Long summers feel endless. Difficult moments feel meaningful. And ordinary days fade away. What nostalgia keeps is atmosphere, and atmosphere is often more important than accuracy. So when I think about that photo now, I don't worry too much about whether I truly remember the moment. Even if the details aren't real, the connection is. I know I was there. The photo proves that. And I know that was my brother. And that was part of my life. And maybe nostalgia isn't about remembering the past exactly as it was. Maybe it's about remembering why it mattered. Memory doesn't exist to be accurate. It exists to give us some sort of continuity. To tell us who we've been so we know who we are. And in that sense, nostalgia isn't what it used to be. Thanks very much for watching. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. Hopefully it won't be too long before I can get out again. I think the recovery time is probably going to be around about 4 to 6 weeks. I'm getting a little bit stir crazy, I must admit. So once again, thanks very much for watching, and I shall catch you on the next one. Bye bye.